welcome to Final Fights. I am Mark Hoffmeyer, and joining me is a man who just jumped out of a helicopter. It's Adam Hodgins.
Mark, you did the perfect setup.
How's the air out there?
The air out here is clean and clear, a little thin, but it's getting thicker as I drop.
So, these are 20-minute episodes, and so you had to go high enough in a helicopter. I mean, this is a fancy helicopter to record an entire episode and then parachute.
Mark, can I tell you a legitimate story about that very helicopter?
Yeah.
Okay. So the year, work with me here, is 2009. And I'm living in Waterloo, working at a music store. I own a home, and I have a child, and I'm married, living the dream. And I do a career change, and I decide to go into work in a church as a youth and worship pastor. So this all changes my whole life. So I have to move. I'm moving to a small town. The town has about 5,000 people in it. Not a lot of houses for sale. But I took this job where I was going to start. And so we go there to look for a house, and there's nothing for sale. So where am I going to live? I start here in a month. I have nowhere to live. A gentleman from the church says, I'll build you an apartment above my garage until you find a place. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to live like the Fonz with my wife and child. So we get to, and he's got a huge place, nice guy, super nice guy. We get to his place, and in the backyard outside my window is this destroyed helicopter. And I say, Pete, that was his name. He's since passed on, but he was a very, very nice man. I said, and he had like a little Cessna runway as well. He had like a hangar. And I said, what's going on here? And he says, like my business is I do airplane parts. I'm an airplane part dealer, used airplane part dealer. But on the side, I do airplane movie props. And my company's called Air Hollywood North. And that helicopter just came back from the set of The Incredible Hulk and Hamilton. And so that was the crashed helicopter at the end of the movie.
Wow. That's a fun story.
The next 3 years, the Hulk smash helicopter was in my backyard. My son and I go play in it.
Oh, that's cool.
How sweet is that?
Now, this might be a bad question to ask you because you have some emotional attachment to this helicopter. Right. But while watching this fight, I felt like there was too much helicopter in it.
It was a lot of helicopter. The helicopter was a character.
Yeah. Okay, so this helicopter, this is obviously another planet, another world, another timeline of our world. Mm-hmm. How powerful is this helicopter to have the Abomination and Hulk hanging from it? These guys jump 10 feet to the ground and they smush through concrete. So this helicopter, who made it and can we hire them?
Yeah. So I think though with the concrete smushing, you have gravity and the inertia of the falling. It's almost like, if you try and punch somebody underwater with them, you don't have nearly the force you do if you just try to punch them on the ground. Yeah. Because your feet aren't planted anywhere. There's no power coming from anything. So I think that although that the Hulk and the Abomination wreck the ground they walk on, I think hanging from a helicopter is easier to carry. There's some physics happening that I don't understand, but I think it's easier to carry somebody once they're already in the air than to take off with them.
All right. So I guess the helicopter in this fight scene. Oh, I guess we should say what we're talking about. We're talking about 2008's Incredible Hulk, and we're talking about the final battle between Hulk, Bruce Banner, played by Edward Norton, and Emil Blonsky, played by Tim Roth, who became the Abomination. And in this fight, Thunderbolt Ross and Betty Ross are in the helicopter, and they are unloading thousands of bullets in a public area at a creature that does not get hurt by bullets.
So here's my thing about Godzilla and the Incredible Hulk that we're watching now, and even Rampage and King Kong. How long do you shoot at something as an army before you realize your bullets are doing nothing?
Well, it seems like in these movies you just don't stop until you're out of bullets or smushed.
Right.
If we were henchmen battling these, we would run, wouldn't we?
I would fire one shot, and then if it did not work, I'd be like, Mark, let's go home.
You two go left. I'm going home.
Not because I don't care about the skirmish that's going on, but I'm having no effect on it.
Yeah.
Nothing I'm doing in this matters right now.
The biggest hope that you can have is that when it steps on you, your gun can be facing up, and it could get a little splinter in its foot.
Right. I don't want to get in the way of whoever is going to be the hero of the day. Here's the thing. I don't want to be the hero of the day. I just want to be on the hero's side.
Got it. And you don't want to be the one that they're worried about getting you out of there before the battle happens.
Exactly. I don't want to be a burden on anybody. I never want to be No, I don't think the Hulk really cares about bystanders, but like in a Captain America movie where the mighty Chris Evans is doing the thing he does best, which is just stealing the show. I don't want to be the casualty he worries about, right?
Yeah. Yeah, because that's all of Ultron at the end. They're just they're getting people off that big block.
Exactly. And instead of fighting Ultron.
Now
How fast did the MCU fans forgive Tony Stark for Ultron?
Listen, he atoned though. He actually said, "I feel terrible about this." He had suffered. Here's the thing: he saved the world in Avengers. A nuclear bomb was about to blow up, and he took it into space and sacrificed himself to save millions from an atomic strike.
Which, to be fair, is his move.
He then suffers from a lot of PTSD, a lot of guilt, a lot of he has a lot of issues in the films. So when he gets up with Bruce Banner, I feel like the two of them are kind of best buds, and they sort of fuel each other to create this Ultron. They're trying to do something positive, but a negative comes out of it. So
that's true.
He didn't go into it with.
Maybe I'm being too hard on the Stark.
Yeah, I think it's because our feud that you're going in, but it's So I gotta tell you though, in this fight, when Abomination starts throwing backward punches when Hulk is choking him with the chain.
Yep.
That's amazing. I love backward punches. And at the end, when he spikes Hulk in the chest with the spike on his elbow, that is a great touch in this fight. Those are my two favorite moments in this.
So you know where they got that move from, right?
Where?
Steel Dawn.
Steel Dawn, the backward punches?
No, remember the knife on the knee?
No, I don't remember the knife on the knee.
Remember the guy kneed him, but he had a knife in his knee?
Oh, you're right.
So it's the same thing as the spike elbow.
I was thinking Red Dawn.
No, Steel Dawn.
So we did an episode for a movie called Steel Dawn starring Patrick Swayze, and it features Patrick Swayze actually getting punched by a sand person. And it is a kablooey of a punch. Top 5 cinematic punches.
Abomination style punch.
Yeah. So should we talk about how this fight starts? Should we?
Yeah. So I would say that. Again, I think our gimmick in these episodes is like, when does the actual final fight start?
Yeah.
Right. And there's a thing where you can do a bit and then you keep going to it, and it becomes, at first it's like tired, but then it becomes a running gag. So the whole running gag of the Hulk in the MCU is that he never turns into the Hulk when he wants to. When he has his hero moment and he's like, I'm gonna turn to the Hulk. He never does, and then he does.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm. So I guess does he turn into the Hulk after he smashes through the concrete when he jumps out of the helicopter that Thunderbolt and Betty are in?
He hits and then he turns into the Hulk.
Got it. And then he gets up and he and Abomination stare at each other, and then they have the classic, we're gonna run as fast as we can at each other and smash into each other. Right.
A real Hulk style fight.
Now, I think this fight scene, to do that is smart. And I think to do that, the run at each other was smart to start the fight, because Abomination whaps Hulk back. Abomination, I feel like, knocks Hulk about a quarter mile. Mm-hmm. He throws Hulk as far as Uncle Rico throws a football in Napoleon Dynamite.
Not Napoleon Dynamite, in 1984.
Yeah, 1984.
84. I'll throw it right over top of the mountains.
I love that. So Hulk goes flying, and the rest of the fight, though, all right, so then Hulk... Right, he gets smashed far away, and then he breaks up the car for the iconic cop car smash. How do you feel about that cop car smash? Did you like that scene?
I thought it was a little bit video gamey.
Yeah.
So I feel like there were some things in here, like the car boxing gloves and stuff, that were a little bit like, we gotta sell some toys and we gotta make a video game level.
Yeah, because the cop cars seems like more expense on their budget. I mean, watching these two just hit each other is enough for me. And I kind of thought to myself, isn't a Hulk fist more powerful than a cop car punch?
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, I think again, actually, there was a thing in the Ang Lee Hulk video game where you made cars into boxing gloves. And I think they liked that bit and put it in this movie.
Got it. So as kind of an Easter egg to Hulk past. Right. Oh, okay, well, that's cool then. I mean, at least
it gives us context.
Yeah, it gives Hulk fans something to enjoy. Now, as far as MCU villains go, where would you rank Emil Blonsky, Tim Roth, and his Abomination? Like, is he We can't rank all 20 some of them, but would you put them in top tier, middle tier, bottom tier?
So I need to say this, I'm going to be doing it with a bias, is that I think every year that Tim Roth should get a honorary Oscar for his work as villains in the film industry.
Yes.
Because I think he's, now, not Tim Roth as a person, but his characters are the most hateable villains ever.
Mm-hmm.
Like to be fair, like ever since I saw Rob Roy, I've hated Tim Roth just because of that character.
And I think it taught the world, Rob Roy, that people can catch swords.
Yeah, they sure can catch swords. That's going to be a great Final Fight episode.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's definitely being covered.
Let's not talk about it anymore before that happens. Right. But so I think on the scale of MCU villains, and I'm not going to count the Netflix shows, but just my top 3 would be Zemo.
Yep.
Is number 1. Michael Keaton's Vulture is number 2. And then I would say Blonsky.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I'd give him the top 3.
I'd chuck Killmonger and Kingpin in there with.
So I said we could.
Zemo.
I'm not doing the Netflix show.
Oh, sorry. So I do Zemo. I would do. Wait, who's your number 2? Because I agreed with that.
Was Vulture.
Vulture, because I just watched that again, and Keaton is so good, and I love the arc of his character. And then I like Killmonger a lot, but I like Blonsky.
If you remember when we talked about what did we recently talk about in the Marvel Universe, but we talked about in our Aquaman episode that we talked about the villain survives. Vulture survives. He's not done yet. We get more Vulture. We get more Zemo.
I can't wait. That Bucky and the Winter Soldier. They're bringing back Zemo for that. That makes me very happy.
Yes.
Now, what I like about. Sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, who's your number 3?
Oh, my number 3 is Killmonger.
Yeah,
and I also think Jeff Bridges is very underrated in Iron Man. If you watch it again, the scene with Pepper Potts, he exudes, when she's in his office, he's scary. Like he's very underrated in that movie. I think the thing that wrecks it a little bit is just the CGI smash him up at the end.
Yeah.
But that's a strong character up until the end.
But here's the thing about, and I guess Jeff Bridges was great. I'm not going to take it. He would be up there for me as well. Maybe number 4. Maybe he's tied with Blonsky. I don't know, because you raise a good point. But I bought all of Blonsky's motivation for this.
Yeah. Oh, no. It's perfect motivation. He's a super soldier. He's the best in the world, would you say, or one of the best.
Yep.
And now he's not.
Right.
And it frustrates him to no end. And he wants, like, he's spent his life becoming the best, and now you can get hit with gamma rays, and you're able to smash him like nothing.
Right.
And that's motivation, right?
Yeah. So watching this movie for the first time when he was like Super Blonsky, but not Abomination yet.
At the school.
Yeah. I was like, I got so excited for Captain America at that point in time. Because I was like, that's going to be that's it. That's the super.
Oh.
Right? That's what they were basing on, the super soldier serum. And then they gamma rated up. And I just saw him doing 80% better than everybody else that was a human. And I was like, this is going to be great. I'm in. And this is before I saw the scene with Iron Man in it. Because you hoped, when the first time you watched Incredible Hulk, you hoped it was in the same world as Iron Man, but you didn't know for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Because
before this happened, it was always like Spider-Man happened in New York and Daredevil happened in New York. And you would just pray for a scene that would Daredevil would walk by the Daily Planet, or he'd bump shoulders with Tobey Maguire. Just some nod that this is happening in the same world. And then when Iron Man came in at the end of this movie, you were like, it's happening. You just lose your mind. And so even before that, though, I was like, this would be a perfect way to tie in, or this is a nice homage to Captain America, right? That this is what it would look like. But then they did it.
And what I like, too, about Blonsky is he's not a villain who's going to, the Hulk is going to win.
Mm-hmm.
But I think he's a villain who forces Hulk to the limit to find his strength. And I think that's a very strong villain. I know a lot of villains. So there's some villains some villains, they want to go the Hans Gruber route, where it's just super smart and they have their henchmen. This is just one man who Hulk has to face. Hulk has to do this. And he can't run anymore. And I like that in a villain, to where you you have to go to them and you have to fight them.
Right.
And I liked how in this fight, Hulk gets tired. Hulk is panting. There's a scene where he hits Abomination with everything, and Abomination goes, "Is that all you got?"
Oh, yeah. That's a good moment.
Yeah, I dig that line. And now I do think there is a lot of helicopter work. There's too much chain work in this as well. There's a lot of spinning of chains, and that's probably a budgetary reason because having the two of them smash each other is not
here's
ideal.
The other thing too, though, is how long can you watch the Hulk and Abomination punch each other?
Yeah, exactly.
They gotta have some kind of gimmick, right?
Yep. Like you can't do the smack 'em up, like fisticuffs.
No.
Because they're not. You know who I think did the best Hulk fight was in Avengers Infinity War when Thanos won?
Right.
I just love the foot. So what made that fight interesting was the footwork of Thanos and how he played with him and then eventually just overtook him. I thought that was a really interesting narrative. But if that scene went on 10 seconds, 15 seconds longer, it might be boring.
Right.
So
because it was not a long moment. It was like maybe 40 seconds.
But I do. Those are this movie and when Ruffalo got hurt were kind of my two favorite instances of the Hulk because it got hurt. The Hulk lost, and I find the Hulk's a much more interesting character when the Hulk loses or is tired.
Right.
And that's what Blonsky did.
So here's a question for you.
Yeah.
Do you think we ever see Abomination again?
Well, how are they going to imprison Abomination?
But he's in prison. They established that in the one shot.
But I mean, can't he just go abominate again?
I think he can, but I think he's in one of those. Remember they had the room built for Hulk in the Avengers?
Yeah.
That was a prototype of the one they built for Abomination.
Okay. I mean, obviously the room works.
Right.
So he can't get out. Man, that's when he left him alive. So I remembered in this movie that Abomination died. And then when he let him live, I'm like, what? Like, I forgot a lot about this fight. I thought this was more of a smack him up, hit him all over the place brawl. But
Man of Steel, he has to die kind of thing.
Yeah, I thought it was one of those. And then when I saw it again, I'm like, man, I don't remember that. But if I was Hulk, I wouldn't have just ducked out. I would have gotten Abomination to the prison. And then, like, guys, I know you're trying to do this to me, but I'm going to help you. Don't make me Hulk out. Like, and if you shoot me as Bruce Banner, I'll just spit it out and become the Hulk. So just,
it's amazing.
I'm going to get this guy into prison, and I'll get him to the entrance. That's all, I'll do all this.
I'll lead this horse to water, sir.
Because if Blonsky wakes up, he's wrecking shop.
Oh, there's no chance.
No chance. But I gotta say, in the MCU, a lot of people jump out of planes. Captain America jumps out of 3 planes.
Excellently. He does an excellent job.
So what'd you think about the clap hands and get rid of the fire? Is that a Hulk special move in the comics?
I think like the thunderclap, the impact clap. That's the thing Hulk has done before in the comic books.
Got it.
And again, I think they're looking for something visually interesting for them to do, right? Like as you know, there needs to be a change in it. Every few beats, there needs to be something interesting to watch or to understand. And just watching 2 green monsters punch and punch and punch and punch and punch, we don't need to see that.
Yeah, I think it shows a new facet to his power as well. So he's not just a Hulk smash; he is a Hulk clap as well.
Right.
He put out an entire fire.
Yeah, I want to like isolate that video and then make a meme of a crowd of Hulks clapping for someone.
Blow somebody through the stadium.
That's
right. You do not want him at the Oscars.
No.
Or at a sporting event.
No, you don't. You don't want that at all. That'd be the worst ever.
You don't want, like, the slow clap might be okay. If I see Hulk slow clapping, I'm running. Because it's going to get bad.
Is just, it's going to escalate and then it's going to be over.
Yeah, that's why you want to get out before it gets too bad.
Right.
But, I mean, all right, so what were your highlights of this fight? And, I mean, where do you think this fight stands in the MCU?
So a highlight for me was when Hulk finally talked, when he said Hulk smash. I remember audibly cheering in the theater for that.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was great. Again, very, very seldom do you see recognizable architecture when you're from Northern Ontario. But this was shot in Hamilton, where I go comic book shopping. So it was neat to see Harlem represented or Hamilton represented as Harlem. So that was kind of fun. But again, the motorcycles, I thought was a good bit too. I liked that a lot. So when he yelled smash and then when he did the motorcycle thing.
Yeah. I mean, that was really cool. Smashes there. And where do you think this fight stands out in the MCU as far as the best fights? I mean, you have the Winter Soldier elevator fight. You have, let's see, Hulk and Thor in Ragnarok.
You have the my favorite one is the Winter Soldier Captain America fight under the freeway pass where he does all the knife stuff.
Oh yeah, that's good. And then I like how Widow's running away. Like she does some really cool stuff in that scene.
Yeah, so that's one of my favorite fights as well.
I like the M'Baku Black T'Challa fight. I like that more than the end CGI brawl. That one's much more like ground and poundy and bloody. But
What'd you think of the Hulk Thor fight from Ragnarok?
Oh, I love that. It's funny. There's a lot of humor to it. It's not taken that seriously. I would put this fight scene in the mid tier of the MCU.
Yeah, to me, it's a Hulk fight. It doesn't, as much as I love this movie, it doesn't stand out as like one of the greatest fight scenes out there. I think my favorite fight scene, maybe this is going to be a jarring, Mark, I don't know. Aside from the Captain America knife fight with Bucky, I love that. Oh, the Winter Soldier on the boat too, where he fights the pirate, is good.
Yeah.
But I like the Vulture and Spider-Man in Homecoming when he's under all the rubble.
Oh yeah, I mean that's an excellent. Yeah, I mean that's an excellent. Yeah, oh man, I got some fun data coming out about that. So maybe you and I will have to talk about this data when I release it. We'll just do a special post about my data.
Okay,
that I came up with. So I mean, I would put, but if as far as moments in the MCU, best fight moments, I would put the elbow into Hulk's chest in the top 5.
Yep.
Because it's just good character awareness and it's brutal. In a lot of fights, you don't feel, in a lot of these CGI fights, we talked about Man of Steel as well, you don't feel the punches, right? You don't feel, I don't know what it is like to be punched in the air. I don't know what it's like to be hit by a steel pole. But I do know what it's like to, like get elbowed, I guess. So I don't know what it's like to have a sharp elbow go through my skin and pierce my body. But that, it felt, but it felt very, I felt that strike. And that's why I like that one a lot.
No, here's the thing. We have been spoiled over the last 10 years with great movies and great MCU movies. But when this came out, I remember going home being like so pumped up because of this movie, because of this fight scene.
Oh, I mean, excellent fight. And it made good money. It didn't halt the MCU. It's kind of listen. I love
where it could have, right? It could have put a whole hitch in the giddy up.
I love where it was smart to release Iron Man first, but I love where I like Norton's character in this, and I wouldn't mind seeing what he could have done, but I think also Ruffalo's just embodied the character now. But I know I dig this fight. I dig this Hulk. They were still figuring out the CGI. I like the whole musculature of him. His look has changed a lot.
Yeah, he was kind of chubby Hulk in the Avengers.
Yeah, and this one he's lean. He's lean and mean. Like he's like a swimsuit calendar Hulk on this one.
Yeah, in the Avengers he had one too many little W snack cakes.
Yeah, and this one he's just like ripped. But I don't know, I dig it. It's a fun fight, man. And I appreciate you recommending this one.
Yeah, no, this is great.
All right, this was good. So for me, Mark Hoffmeyer, and for Adam Hodgins, who's still in the air, this is Final Fights. We'll see you next week.